suit. I'm probably the most pro anti-Trump comic out there. That mother.
You're not.
Shut the f up!
That was the most racist joke ever.
No, I got like 4 more in the chamber.
Sometimes, the stage becomes a battlefield, and the comedian, the only one armed with words. Hecklers walk in thinking they can steal the spotlight, but what they don't realize is that they've just volunteered for public execution. Tonight, we're breaking down the moments where comedians lost all patience and unleashed verbal destruction that left the crowd in shock. Let's get into it.
My girlfriend. My girlfriend is your ultimate sexual fantasy. Is that your girlfriend?
That is my girlfriend.
That's your girlfriend? I'm not going to swap if that's okay. I like the way as well, I suggested your girlfriend wasn't good looking enough and you applauded. You'll be using those hands later on, won't you?
This one's pure Jimmy Carr. Sharp, fearless, and absolutely surgical. The heckler tries to flex, bragging about his girlfriend like he's about to win points. But Jimmy doesn't even flinch. You can almost see the calculation behind his eyes. 1 second of silence, then boom. I'm not going to swap if that's okay. The audience erupts, and that's when Jimmy goes in for the kill. He doesn't yell. He doesn't insult. He humiliates with elegance. I suggested your girlfriend wasn't good looking enough, and you applauded. That's a dagger wrapped in politeness. And when he adds, you'll be using those hands later on, won't you? The crowd loses it. This is peak British roast energy, calm, cruel, and classy. Jimmy Carr doesn't just roast people. He turns them into setup lines for his next joke. The heckler tried to be funny, but Carr reminded everyone who really owns the stage.
Have a pink jacket?
Yeah, no, I was making fun of you because you were obnoxious. I don't give a f about your pink jacket.
like spider on your shirt?
It's Spider-Man! Hyphen! With great power comes great responsibility. With pink blazer comes annoying. Yeah, don't try to jump in, Robin. I got it.
You're pointing at your era.
No, it's the black Spider-Man suit that was created in 1988 when Secret Wars came out, and Venom wasn't a thing until 1991 when Todd McFarlane created the character. Don't ever attack a nerd. We will come back to school with a trench coat and an AK-47. Shut the up. I'm Troy Bond. Good night.
This moment is chaos in its purest form, but it's controlled chaos. Troy Bond doesn't just roast. He defends the art of comedy like it's sacred. The heckler comes in swinging, trying to make it about himself and his pink jacket. You can feel the tension shift. The crowd's unsure if Troy will lose it or take control. And then he flips it. With great power comes great responsibility. With pink blazer comes annoying. Boom. That's comedic jujitsu. He uses the heckler's energy against him. But the real brilliance comes next, when Troy turns full nerd mode, breaking down Spider-Man lore in a way only true fans would understand. He weaponizes knowledge as comedy. By the end, when he says, "Don't ever attack a nerd," we come back with a trench coat. It's not just a joke, it's a declaration. He wins with precision, confidence, and unapologetic chaos. That's a mic drop moment.
Oh my God. Dog, can I help you? I mean, my security is fucking on one, dog. You fired for sure. For sure fired, dog. Hold on to that. Was that a dog? There's a canine unit up there? Where were you?
This one's wild, because it's no longer just verbal warfare. It's physical. You can hear the confusion, the gasps, and then impact. A guy rushes the stage like he's part of the act, but the comedian's security doesn't hesitate. One perfect tackle. The crowd doesn't know whether to laugh or panic. And what does the comedian do? He turns it into content immediately. You fired for sure, dog. The way he laughs through it, keeping composure while chaos unfolds. That's what separates professionals from amateurs. This isn't just comedy. It's command presence. Even in a moment that could have gone wrong, he reclaims control through humor. The stage stops being a danger zone. It becomes a punchline. That's power under pressure, live and unfiltered.
When does the comedy start? I feel bad if you paid all this money to come and see me and you don't think it's funny. You've had a disaster. But I suppose, Rack, you have learned a valuable lesson. You've learned life's not fair. If a man sleeps with loads and loads of women, what is he? He's a stud, he's a player, he's admired in our society. That isn't an opinion, that's fact. If a guy sleeps with loads of women, he's a player, he's a stud, he's admired. But if a woman sleeps with loads and loads of men, she's called Rack's mum.
Jimmy Carr is a master strategist. He invites hecklers to come at him. And that's where most people make their mistake. They think they're getting a turn at the mic, but they're walking straight into a trap. When does the comedy start? One heckler asks, and Jimmy dismantles him without raising his voice. He stays calm, analytical, and devastating. "You've had a disaster," he says, and it's so British it hurts. Then, he shifts gears, turning the heckle into a full-blown social commentary bit. Suddenly, he's talking about gender double standards, and the punchline hits hard. If a woman sleeps with loads of men, she's called Rex's mom. The audience howls. It's like watching a chess grandmaster destroy someone who just learned the rules. Carr proves that heckling him doesn't interrupt the show, it fuels it. He turns every attack into art.
I feel like I'm one bad joke away from this feeling like a public pool. Dude, I'm probably the most pro anti-Trump comic out there. That
No, you're not.
Shut the up! I'm not.
Bitch, no, you're not.
Yes, I wasn't.
No, you were.
You just tuned in.
Trying to.
For what? What are you upset about? It's not me.
No, and shut up. Any black person ever tried to laugh at his fucking jokes? No.
Stop having fun. I don't know who the fuck you're mad at, but it's not me.
No, a white person trying to make fun of black people.
See, now you're crying, and I was just trying to make you laugh. Why do you think I'm doing this for a living? You think I was a football player? I'm a bitch. God damn it. There's nothing you can say to me I haven't said 6 inches from the mirror. You're the first name going in my suicide note tonight. Have a good night, Kamala Harris. Now's the time I need you on my side.
No, that was the most racist joke ever.
No, I got like 4 more in the chamber.
This one feels different because it's not just funny, it's uncomfortable. You can feel the air change when that woman interrupts Troy mid-bit. She's angry, emotional, and ready for war. And Troy, he doesn't crumble. He listens, but he also fights back. "Shut the hell up," he says, but not out of cruelty, out of control. This is a comic protecting his set, his rhythm, his respect. The tension is thick. Some laugh nervously, others go silent. Then he flips it again, using vulnerability as a weapon. "You think I was a football player? I'm a comedian," he shouts, and it hits harder than a punchline. By the time he ends with, "You're the first name going in my suicide note tonight," the room bursts with nervous laughter. It's dark, real, and raw, a perfect example of comedy's thin line between control and chaos. Troy doesn't just survive this moment. He dominates it at by the time that last, "Have a good night," Kamala Harris drops. You realize something. This wasn't a comedy show. It was a war zone with punchlines. Every heckler thought they had power, but comedians like Schultz, Carr, and Bond reminded us, the mic is the sword. Humor isn't weakness, it's dominance disguised as laughter. And in the world of live comedy, there's one rule that never changes. If you mess with the comic, you better be ready to get roasted in front of the world.